My book, The Power Beyond Self, has as its first chapter self love. So, why is self love so important? Because from self love, everything else emanates. Actually, if you think about all of the modalities that are there, everything that you go through life, all of the healing stuff, all of the yoga that you do, is all actually has self love as its core. Everything in life is about self-love. That's the thing, and nobody sees it. Like, they constantly ignore it, and they practice self-hate, and they don't even realize it. And that's why it's the first chapter, because once you understand self-love, everything else then goes into higher harmony. Everything, the synchronicities are different. Everything becomes very different. And self-love with so a lot in the past, some women would tell me, you don't love yourself. And when I listened to that, I was like, I do love myself. Like, what are they talking about? Like, I do love myself. I've always had that. I always had a good self-love, but they were telling me this, and I was like, what do they mean? They couldn't explain it because they didn't know it themselves. And what I found out, and here comes the thing, is that nobody knows what self-love is, but I figured it out. It took me a while. So, I already said the love cannot love itself, because you are already consciousness, you are already love, you are already that which doesn't even need love, because it just is. There is no lack of self-love in beingness. But what I noticed is that the body itself does have a harmonious field or a disharmonious field. And the actual ability to act on creating a harmonious field for your energetic body is actually what self-love is. The act itself and the response to the act, the actual kind of effect of the act. So, for example, if I say to myself, I'm going to get myself a watermelon, just as an example, and my body reacts like, oh my God, I'm looking forward to the watermelon, you are actually, and you feel harmonious in that energy field, then you're actually committing acts of self-love. Conversely, if you, for example, somebody calls you and you don't want to pick up the phone, and but you still do, you're actually going into disharmony. You're actually committing acts of self-hate. So the trick is in life, and this is why it's the first chapter, and I really, really, really want you to understand this. I think it's actually the most important video on this channel apart from Spiritual Awakening, is only commit acts of higher harmony without compromise. And once you understand that as your core life philosophy and principle, you will see everything else around it harmonizes and manages, and everything, the universe organizes differently. Once you made that conscious decision only for higher harmony without compromise, you will get rid of excess. You will get rid of people who are not good for you. You will get rid of work that's not good for you. You will get rid of situations that are, and observe the energy that is trying to pull you away from going into higher harmony. That is kind of like, there is kind of a self-sabotage energy in us, and that must be completely resolved. That is pulling you back into disharmony. It's mostly fear-based, because it's like, well, I have to pick up the phone because what will they think if if I don't pick up the phone? If I'm in this meeting and the meeting is super disharmonious, what will people think if I just get up and leave? And I've become super hardliner, super hardcore with this. If it doesn't feel it's my high harmony, I leave the situation, and I don't care. I literally don't care how it's perceived by others, because I don't have the fear that's associated with exiting the situation. And thereby, your days become 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And what you're actually teaching then people, consciously or unconsciously, how to follow their own self-love. And if you follow your highest harmony and your highest self-love, you tend to not put others down. You don't do the toxic meta framing, etc., because you are in a good mood. You don't need to. And you got to be super, 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 super careful, because most people, they don't have competence. They don't have a good life philosophy. They have no life philosophy at all. They just do stuff by random. They cuddle with random people. They don't know who they're in touch with. They don't think about, if their exes are truly toxic, if they it's just totally random for most people. They have no life philosophy, they have no lifestyle design, they have no understanding of the intricate toxicity of modern society and all that it entails. Like 90% of men out there live with a pornographic pickup artist, psychological manipulation, narcissistic mind out there trying to manipulate women into sex and all kinds of shit. And people are just randomly consuming toxicity all over the place. It's like weed, sugar. It's all hyper toxic, and nobody thinks about it. And that's where my intelligence and my self-reflection come along, and I can really like communicate it. Start with higher harmony. Do nothing that causes inflammation in your body. Do nothing. Why are you committing acts of self-hate? This is the core thing. Why are you committing acts of self-hate? Where is that coming from? And that's the true issue. That's literally like the true issue of what's going on there. Hola, bom dia.
Sabes que não podes estar aqui.
Oh,
Sabes que não podes estacionar aqui.
the whole place.
Perfeição.
Okay.
Parque de caravanas é Marmelete. É Marmelete à caravana.
Marmelade. Okay.
Pagas 10 euros por dia, tens eletricidade, tens tudo.
Okay. Obrigado. Okay. Yeah, he was just telling me I'm not allowed to speak here. Shit. Yeah. I'm just gonna send the police. Bah.